All right, crew, welcome to the weekly ThriveFit. I was going to say challenge. I'm still tired. Welcome to the weekly ThriveFit team call. This is the first one we've had in a while. I was down sick with bronchitis the last week, so you could probably hear I still got some rasp going on. So pardon me if I had a hack up a lung during this. I figured, you know what? I don't care if my energy is not all the way back and I still feel a little bit like crap. I'm going to hop up here, share a few tips, what's kind of been going on with my life the last couple weeks. The last couple weeks have been nuts. For those of you that have been watching my Facebook, you know that I started another business. It's not multi-level marketing. It's nothing like that. It's solely my own business, and I stepped into the e-commerce world. So anytime you go onto Amazon and you type in a product and a product pops up with Prime, I am now a supplier for those products, right? So I'm an Amazon seller. So my goal is to find cheap stuff. There's different outlets to do it. So I find stuff, I find product, I pack it up here at the house. My floor is just covered in tape and different products right now. So I pack up the products and I ship them out. And then Amazon cuts me a check every time something gets sold. So that's basically what I've been doing almost full time the last 2 weeks. I took a 3-day seminar on doing this stuff, and I jumped straight into it all in. And it's pretty cool how doing a different business, it's a different business model. Like I said, it's not network marketing or anything like Beachbody, because I will never, I'm with Beachbody for life. This is my vehicle. This is my home base. You will never see me hop ship and join another network marketing company. Just because there's going to be conflict, and my heart and passion is in Beachbody. So with this whole Amazon sellers gig, I started it, and all of a sudden I have almost 7 years of experience in the Beachbody world. So when I have 7 years of experience in one business, and all of a sudden I switch my focus for a little bit to another business, I'm the newbie again. So I got to go through the whole process of getting added to several different, what we call FBA, fulfillment by Amazon is what the business is. So I got added into all these FBA groups, and I was the one that's like, hey, I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I need some help here. And everyone was trying to overcomplicate everything and whatnot. But it turns out I've been doing this for 2 full weeks. I'm in my 3rd week right now. So I've been doing this for 2 weeks. And it turns out, and I hate being braggy about it, but I'm kicking some serious ass with the business. And I'm having people who are 6 months all the way up to a year or 2 years into their business, and they're messaging me already because I've been posting my stats and all that stuff and all the lingo that's associated with that business. So I've been posting all my stats saying, hey, I'm only less than 3 weeks into this. Here's what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. I've had people that have a year or two of experience messaging me like, hey, what are you doing? I'm over here like, I'm the newbie, right? And it's kind of funny how this whole week I've been finding things that correlate exactly into the Beachbody world. And it kind of sparked my motivation to just whip together this quick call for you. I don't really have much of a list planned out. It's all kind of in my head. I'm just going to talk as I go. So with moving forward, I'm back fully on track with, so ready to work out again. With the sickness, and the week before that was half laziness, half schedule, just kind of a crazy week. So I'm excited to start 21 Day Fix tomorrow. And with a small little housekeeping thing, if you do not know already, Autumn Calabrese and Carl Deichler are hosting a December Fix group. So if you're not in that already and you want to be, just comment on this, whatever link I post, or just message me directly. We'll plug you in there. So December Fix is starting. Tomorrow we also launch Hammer and Chisel, which I am personally excited about. I've been doing Body Beast for several years, so I'm ready to switch it up a little bit, but keep the heavy weightlifting aspect in. So that launches tomorrow. I will give you this. The site will crash. It does with every single product launch. There's going to be several people in Beachbody groups who are bitching and complaining about it. Ignore all that stuff. Wait until later in the day when the site works itself out and the high demand of everyone clicking order is down. And then go in and purchase if you're going to purchase. So challenge packs are going up first, I believe about 1 p.m. Eastern time. And then after that is when they'll start working on rolling out the base and deluxe kits. So if you go in there and all you see, well, we won't see challenge packs because we're coaches, but if you go in there at 1 o'clock and you don't see the base kit, don't freak out. Give it a couple hours, let it settle. It will be there. I can promise you they're probably not going to run out of stock because they experience that with T25 and 21-day fix. It's not a fun thing to have those on back order. So they plan ahead for this stuff. It's not going to kill you to wait half a day just to place your order. So that's tomorrow. So if you have customers who are going to order it, pass on that knowledge to them. Let them know the site is going to be slammed. It's probably going to be glitchy. It's probably going to crash, but it's okay. It does work itself out later in the day. So just wait until tomorrow night. That's what I do. I'm going to be placing my order right away. And I'm personally starting with a challenge group on January 4th. So I'm going to start promoting that and getting that going. So if any of you want to start it or you bring your customers with you, you're more than welcome. My groups are always open to you guys now. So you're more than welcome to plug them into my group and go from there. So with today's call, again, I can correlate what I've been doing in the Amazon world with Beachbody. It really is all about the basics. So in the Amazon world, right, the first thing I did when I got started was I went onto YouTube and I researched the hell out of the business model. I researched what the top guys were doing. I did all my research, right? I did the equivalent of a new coach joining Beachbody and following Scotty Hobbs and Lindsay Matway and all these top people, right? I did the same thing in the Amazon world. So I started following these top dogs, finding out what they're doing, taking notes. But I didn't let myself get stuck in the research phase. There's somebody said it's analysis paralysis, and it's totally true because so often we see new coaches join the team, right? Even veteran coaches, if you've been in this thing for a few years, you get stuck in this phase of I'm going to analyze everything. I'm going to analyze these coaches. I'm going to analyze these tactics, these types of groups, blah, blah, blah. And it paralyzes you. You don't do anything with it. Sure, you have all the knowledge. You know exactly what to do. But that's totally different than actually taking that step forward and doing it. So with being in this Amazon business, and I went through that beginner's phase again, it was a humbling experience because all of a sudden I didn't know everything. I didn't know how to make a sale. I didn't know how to do any of that stuff. I didn't know how to send my own shipment in for the first time because there's a whole labeling process and all that stuff. But you know what I did? I researched the hell out of the business for about 1 day. And then on day 2, I got my ass out, I found product, and I shipped it off. That's the difference is I took action. And what I did was I made a simple to follow checklist in that business. So I said, first thing I need to do is this. Second thing is this. Third thing is this. And I just went down the list. And now I still follow that list. And I've been doing it every single day for a full 2 weeks. I'm in my 3rd week now. And this whole time I keep thinking about Beachbody because so often we get so caught up in what's the best challenge group to run. And we're trying to research the hell out of the best type of group and the blah, blah, blah. And we research so much that we don't actually just start a group, which is what we all should be doing if challenge groups are the way you build business. Same thing if whatever method you use, it doesn't matter. Don't get stuck in the research phase. You have to take action with it. So I made this simple to follow checklist with Amazon business, right? And I started thinking about Beachbody. I'm like, why do so many people get overwhelmed, right? Because we all know by now, being overwhelmed is simply allowing yourself to think about too much at one time. And it's so much to think about that you just freeze, right? You get in that paralysis mode and you don't do anything. And you go day after day, week after week, month after month thinking, well, how come nothing is happening? So when it comes to the Beachbody world, just like I've been telling the newbies inside of the Amazon world, I've been telling them, you want to know what I'm doing? I'm finding product, I'm shipping it into Amazon, and I'm repeating. That's it. Same thing with the Beachbody world. Follow what you preach. Too many people are running around, yapping their mouths, saying, oh yeah, these programs are great, blah, 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 Shakeology is great, blah, blah, blah. The business, yeah, I love the business, I love my team, blah, blah, blah. But then if that customer or potential coach is going to turn around and ask you, oh, that's great that you love the programs and products and business so much. Are you doing anything with them? And if your answer is no, what the hell are you doing with it? You have to do something. You have to take action, and it comes down to the basics. I have dabbled so much over my career as a coach in different types of business ways to build the business. I've dabbled into different network marketing approaches and different types of groups and blah, blah, blah. And after 7 years, you know what I'm come back to doing? What I started with 7 years ago. You do the programs. If you are not following a program and you are telling people how great the programs are, and they turn around and ask you, what program are you following? And you say, actually, I don't follow the programs. Why would you ever think that customer is going to purchase from you? If the programs are so great and work so well, how come you aren't proving it? Not just to yourself, but to your potential customers. You are your own walking billboard in this thing. So if you're struggling with recruiting coaches, with making sales on challenge packs, getting that customer base built up, if you're struggling with it, I ask you to do nothing but look in the mirror, because that's where it starts. Your personal growth. Keep in mind, I'm not mentioning business growth and challenge group growth and all that stuff. Your personal growth. Up here, your mentality, your physical body, your personal growth is always going to lead the way. When you lead with personal growth, personal development, right? Reading those damn books every day that we talk about. It's not just bullshit we're preaching. You have to dive yourself into this. When you personally grow, physically and mentally, business growth follows, and every other type of growth follows. Your relationships get better, your confidence comes up. All of that does not happen if you are not following the programs yourself and working on your physical body and your health and doing personal development, your mental health, right? You know, we have the 3 vital behaviors, and they're talked about so much that they become white noise. We hear the three vital behaviors. Oh, yeah, whatever, I do that. Do you really do it, though? Are you showing up and doing your workouts each day? Are you showing up and drinking your Shakeology? Are you doing your personal development? And are you inviting people? That's it. We have the easiest checklist in the world. You know, especially after getting into this Amazon gig, I'm starting to see how simple Beachbody really is. It is laid out for us. Stop allowing yourself to get so overwhelmed with all the stuff that really doesn't matter. You know, how do I create the perfect banner? How do I create the perfect graphic? How do I do this? And blah, 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 blah. We're stuck in this perfection mode. We want everything to be lined up perfectly before we pull the trigger and do something. You know, everyone, you know, challenge groups again, everyone wants to know how to run the perfect challenge group and then start it. It does not happen like that. You know how it happens? You start a challenge group and then you get better at it. Doesn't matter. And challenge groups are just one way to build this business, guys. I can talk about them because that's how I built the foundation of what I have now was challenge groups. So that's what I'm most confident in. That's how I still build stuff. So with, same thing, we can talk about videos, right? Even blogging. So half of what we do, we don't just sell shit and we don't just sign people up. Half of what we do, if not most of what we do, is we add value to other people. That can come in the form of you sharing on a blog post or a video, Periscope. You know, there's so many different outlets out there. Even just face-to-face conversation with somebody, that's sharing value. So if you're not sharing value, that person's not going to keep coming back to you, right? We all love to be around people that make us feel good. You know, what's the quote? You never remember what people say. You never remember what people do. You always remember how they made you feel. You know, think about, we've all had that one checkout clerk at a store that was just in a shitty mood. And so when you went through that process and they weren't making eye contact and they were very short with you, we don't remember exactly what was said. We remember exactly how we felt when we left that store though, right? Like, oh, how dare she, blah, blah, blah. So when it comes to simplifying all this stuff, right? Stop trying to think, I need to build the perfect video camera. I need to have the perfect tripod. I need to have the perfect layout for what I'm going to say. And then I can make my videos. or blog post even, right? I need to have the exact bullet points written out. I need to have the exact script in my head, and then I can make the blog post. You know what I've found out? The people who say that most are the ones who never actually do it, because it gives them an excuse. It gives them a cop-out to not do it. What you need to do is flip that around. If you say, gee, I really want to start making videos. If you have a phone, you pull that thing out, put it on video, and start recording. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. You know, half of my old videos, you guys, I have over 400 videos on my YouTube channels. Half of those, I had no script, no bullet points, nothing. I just took out my camera. I had a very general topic I wanted to talk about. Most of those were just me talking about whatever workout I did. Hey guys, Chaz here. I did P90X day 1, chest and back. Here's how the workout went. Here's how my nutrition's going. Keep up the good work. I'll see you tomorrow. That was 90% of my videos back then, and it built my following that I have now. So going back to how to get all this into one simple to-do list, right? Number one, if anything in this world, in this business, it comes down to the personal development of some sort. I don't care if it's an audiobook, a physical book that you read and highlight, take notes. If it's a YouTube video, there's tons of that stuff out there. You need to be engaging with that every single day, because that's where this growth happens. If you stop engaging, you stop growing. And if you stop growing, you start getting disappointed in your business. You start, slacking on everything else. So personal development has to be number one. Number two is your workout and your Shakeology. You have to be proof that the product works. There's no getting around it. Again, if you are up here trying to promote the sale of the month, oh my gosh, 21-day fixes on sale, blah, blah, blah. It's such a great program. And if somebody looks at you and says, oh, how are your results? And you say, oh, well, I quit. That doesn't instill much confidence that they're going to succeed, does it? Your success is a reflection of, other way around. Your customers and your coaches' success is a direct reflection of your own. Again, you lead by example first with your personal growth, and then you start to see customers come in, and then you start to see your coaching team come in. Your business grows, your personal life grows, everything grows. But if you stop working out, if you start eating shit, if you stop personal development, if you stop engaging with that daily growth, everything comes to a halt. And if you stay at a halt long enough, everything dwindles down. And then you find yourself in a rut of depression. You find yourself not wanting to even open Facebook, or you find yourself not posting on Facebook, but you scroll through and like everyone else's stuff, or you just scroll through and you see other people's statuses and you get bitter because you see how great other people are doing and you may not be doing the best. I've been there so many friggin' times over the last 7 years, not even funny. But you know what happens is I always get my ass back up and move forward. So just like with this Amazon stuff I was talking about, I came into that business as a complete beginner, never having doing any type of retail selling in my life. And I have a Beachbody business background, but it's totally different than what this is. I came into it as a complete beginner. I did my research for a day or two. I made an easy to follow checklist, and I've been following it every single day. And you know what? I'm doing 90% better than most of the people in some of these groups. And it's not because I'm special. It's not because I have the best products. I mean, I'm selling some stuff I get for $1 and it's selling for $8. Do the math. That's a huge return on investment. I'm not achieving what I'm achieving in that business or in this business because I'm a fancy human being. I have all the fancy equipment. I have the fancy blah, 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 blah. I don't have the best of the best. I make the best of what I have, and I stick with it, and I keep moving forward. So just like with what I was talking about there, with this, I don't care if you just signed up today. I don't care if you've been in this for 20 years. If you do not follow a simple checklist, and it doesn't have to be a physical written checklist. Some people hate that stuff. As long as it's in your head and you're doing it, it doesn't matter. But you have to follow some type of routine. You have to follow some type of checklist to get this thing moving. And I'm looking at my checklist right now. You want to know exactly what I do every single morning? Oh, might I add, just so I can tell you I'm not up here talking out of my ass, I've been down sick with bronchitis over the last week, right? And the week before that, I was just not in a great state of mind. The last week, I've not only made pretty good amount of money on Amazon doing my stuff as a newbie, but I've sold 2 challenge packs and I'm working on 2 potential coaches over last week. It's because I follow the basics. It's because I walk the walk. And you know what's funny is I have been less talkative and active on my Facebook, but I've been doing more than usual. And that's because when you walk the walk, you don't have to talk anymore. You don't have to talk the talk. It's the exact opposite of what most people do. A lot of people love to talk. A lot of people love to say, I'm going to do this and this and this. But then you give it a couple weeks and it comes down to it. They haven't done shit. My exact checklist every single morning. I'm trying to get better at waking up early again before Ty gets up so I can get this stuff done. But personal development and coffee. It's the first thing I do. I go downstairs, I pound a bunch of water, get those kidneys cleansing out, pound a bunch of water, get the coffee going. I do a little bit of yoga right there in the kitchen, get my body warmed up. Once my coffee's done, I grab my cup, go sit down, and I read for about 30 to 45 minutes. Then I open up my computer, I check my back office, my e-commerce stuff, and I check emails. Third thing is social media checklist. I go through my Facebook, and my Facebook includes messages, my notifications, and I go through a specific checklist that I have on there. So I post on my like page, my personal page, and then I go through each of my active groups, and I try to do some type of post in there. And then I'm done with social media, and then I go to Instagram, post a picture, like some other people's stuff. That's it. Then I shut down Facebook. Then usually by then my pre-workout's kicking in and I'm going to go do my workout. And after my workout, I pound my Shakeology. That is all done before 9 a.m. most days. Then I spend the second half of late morning is all e-commerce stuff because I have a lot of packaging and product sourcing to do and whatnot. So I don't even touch Beachbody for a good 3-4 hours. And then later in the afternoon, I'm making sure I'm watching one type of training team call from another team, right? Scotty Hobbs or whoever. I'm watching one training video and I'm taking notes. And then number 2 is when I'm creating content. So creating content, adding value. This can come in the form of, for me, it's blogging, Periscope, or video. Haven't been doing Periscope. Once the voice thing comes back, hopefully tomorrow I can get back on that. But I've been writing out blogs and trying to get some video ideas going again. And then number 3 is when I'll go through all my messages and I'll do my follow-ups and invites. So who am I following up with? It's my current coaches and clients. So some of you may have been getting messages saying, hey, how you been? Just checking in on you. That's because you're on my list. I want to check in with you. I want to follow up and see what's going on and how I can help. And then invites are for any groups that are starting. So I did a ton of invites for this December fix, which is where my 2 challenge packs came from. So guys, that stuff works. You just have to reach out and ask somebody, hey, have you thought about doing this? I thought it would be a great program for you. Oh, no, I haven't thought about it. Let me know more information. That's it. That's my whole checklist. And then later in the evening, I'll kind of go back through and I'll do some more Facebook posting. I'm trying to post consistently again throughout the day. But if you look at my Facebook, guys, I've only been posting like 1, 2, maybe 3 times a day for the last couple weeks. And a lot of people may look at that as, oh my gosh, Chaz is falling off track. He's gone quiet, blah, blah, blah. No. I'm putting in the hidden hours. I am behind closed doors working my freaking ass off to make my dreams come true. And nobody else can see it but me. I don't have to take the selfies and post on Facebook to let people know I'm working. I'm working in silence so that my success can scream later on. And when it does, people are going to be like, oh my gosh, what? How did you do that? It's because of the thousands and thousands and thousands of hidden freaking hours that I have put in over the last 7 years is why I'm here where I am. You don't have to wait 7 years. It took me 7 years to get where I'm at because we didn't have the tools. We didn't have the resources back then. We have all of that now. The only thing that's holding you back is your mentality. The only reason you are not where you want to be is because something up here is holding you back. Fear is a freaking powerful emotion. But here's the coolest part. We've all had some type of physical fear before, right? Even as we're kids, right? You're afraid to climb that tree or you're afraid to jump off something because there's just that fear. But the coolest thing is once you do it, that fear has disappeared. You just took away the energy of that fear. It's the exact same thing. Most people, it's inviting. If you are afraid to invite, I promise you, if you go out and invite 10 people, that fear is going to be gone. You're going to build confidence by doing it. So, that's pretty much all I've got for you today, guys. It comes down to the basics. Keep it simple, stupid simple. Work out, do your personal development, drink your Shakeology, and share about your progress. That's why everything stems from personal development, following a program. Everything. When you're not following a program, you really don't have much to talk about. But when you are following a program 100%, you are excited, you're passionate, you're sharing about it, you're posting about it, you're taking the selfies, you're doing all that kind of stuff, right? That's where people start to get engaged and follow you and be like, oh my gosh, that's pretty cool. So it all stems from personal development and doing a program. Join the 21-day fix group tomorrow. I mean, I'm freaking excited for it. 21 days, hitting it hard right before Christmas. It's going to be a blast. So real quick, moving forward, so we all know I just went through a whole rebranding process I've had Coach Chaz Fitness and Better Life 90 and Rise and Grind. I've had all these terms thrown around the last couple of years. I have finally come up with just ThriveFit. ThriveFit is now my umbrella business. So ThriveFit Fitness and Massage Studio is right here in my home, my massage room and my gym. Then we have Team ThriveFit, which is the coaching team. And then I have my ThriveFit Wellness Community, which is like my open-ended group for my customers. And then I'm going to have ThriveFit Boot Camp during the summertime. So it's like I came up with this term, right? And I found myself thinking, oh, I really wish this person would get up and start doing more coaching stuff again and blah, blah, blah. You can't let yourself get caught up with people who are not wanting to do it. And that's one of my tips I can give you that I've personally been going through is work with the willing. Those who step up and not just say it, but they show it through action. Those who step up and say, you know what, I'm gonna do this with you. Those are the ones you want to work with. So just like I did a post about a week or two ago, this whole mountain of success, right? I can't even begin to explain it. There is no hesitation in my mind. I am getting to the top of this flipping mountain one way or another. And I want so badly to lock arms side to side with each and every one of you. And I want you guys to come with me. I don't want to, be the one saying, hey, get up here with me, do this, and beat people over the head. No, I want the people who are stepping up by themselves and saying, you know what, I want to join you. Those are the people I want to work with. I am no longer going to waste time and waste energy and waste my emotional state because it's the massage therapist in me. I am a very, I'm not saying emotional person, but I get so emotionally attached to my coaches, to my customers, all these people, right? And I may not show it most of the time. I have a pretty good shield up, I guess. Just being a guy, we tend to do that. But I have such a strong emotional connection with so many people. And it's messed with me so much. It's messed with my head over the last couple of years. But I'm now letting that go. I'm working with the people who are ready to work. I'm working with the willing. So if you're not willing to do the work and show up and do it, even when I'm not here to tell you to do it, you're doing it by yourself, I want to work with you. If you want to make excuses and be lazy and continue to talk without walking, sorry, there's no room for you on the team. So moving forward, obviously we're Team ThriveFit, so it's my rebranding. I'm looking at this as we're creating a new team, right? We're starting from scratch. So it's myself and a few others of you that are actually watching the team calls and engaging. That's awesome. Thank you guys. We're going up to the top of that mountain together. So we're basically creating a new group. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through everyone who is signed up as a coach, but maybe not active. Whoever's in Team ThriveFit right now, I'm going to message every single person and ask them, what are you doing here? Do you want to move forward? If they do not want to move forward, I'm not going to let them in the group. They're getting kicked out because there's no reason for them to be in the team if they're not being involved with the team. So that includes, we're all going to get success partners moving forward. So if you're in Team ThriveFit and you want to move forward and truly kick ass at this thing, We're going to get success partners because we all need to work together more as a community and a family. And I'll leave you with these two last quotes that I heard out of my personal development today. Until you value yourself, you won't value your time. Until you value your time, you won't do anything with it. That's been a powerful one that I read that and thought, how true is that, right? Most of us go through struggles of, slight depression, whatever it may be, and we don't have value in ourselves, right? In the massage world, we sometimes play around with this term value because in the massage world, we get paid for an hour-long session. We charge X amount. And a lot of massage therapists, including myself in the beginning, I was giving out like $25 massages for an hour, which is ridiculously cheap. You're not making money at that point versus how much physical labor you're putting into that person. So with the massage aspect, charging $25 an hour, I did not value my time. I didn't value my skills. So I easily just charge people that, right? And so I was wasting so much time over the years. When I finally got confident in my skills, I decided, you know what, I'm going to branch off. And that's when I started my own massage business here at the house. And I started charging $65 an hour. I now valued my time. And because I value it, I charge people a certain amount. I don't feel bad about it anymore because I know that's what I'm worth in that field. So that's like a money aspect. It's the same thing with your time as a Beachbody coach, right? If you are not valuing yourself, you'll waste hours talking to random people that don't want to actually purchase anything, that don't want to actually work with you. They're just looking for somebody to vent to, right? We've all been there at one time or another. Some of us multiple times. I know myself. So if you don't value your time, you're going to waste it and you're not going to do anything with it. So you need to learn to value yourself and value your time because it is worth something. And you need to figure out what that worth is. Some of you look at it this way, some of you might think your time is only worth $10 an hour. You're going to bust your ass for a whole hour to make $10. Then other people have $100 work ethic per hour. You're going to bust your ass. You're going to make $100 and you're going to be damn proud of it. That's the difference between an entrepreneur and an employee. The whole mindset. So that's the first one. Until you value yourself, you won't value your time. Until you value your time, you won't do anything with it. The last one, all this external stuff, all of it boils down to action because action determines your success. Nothing else. I don't care how many skills you have. I don't care how knowledgeable you are. You can know the ins and outs of the policies and procedures. You can know how to run the best challenge group. You can have all this knowledge up here. But if you don't do anything with it, it's worthless. There's no value in that. Your success is determined by how much action you take. So if I can look at you right now, and if you tell me I am not successful in these areas, I can tell you it's because of your lack of action in those areas. If you want to be more successful financially, as far as becoming like debt-free, for example, you need to put action into paying off debt, to saving money. That's how you become debt-free, right? It's the same thing as if you want to lose weight, you have to eat less. You have to work out more. It's common sense. It's basic knowledge. Most of us have that knowledge, but not all of us take action on it. Whatever you want, whatever goal you set, don't set it unless you are willing to put in the action to get there. Anyways, guys, I'm coming up on my time limit for this one. Appreciate you guys taking time to watch this. Again, keep it basics. This whole Amazon business, it's been a whirlwind the last couple of weeks, but I've been taking action because of a simple checklist I made. You need to make your checklist. I don't care what it looks like. Use mine I just gave you. I don't care, but you need to follow something. You need to be proof that the product works first and foremost. This has been Coach Chaz, Team ThriveFit. Love you guys. Peace out.